Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is HD.
And this is Cat's Pajamas.
And we're both back to bring you guys another series of game from the IPL, and this is going to be between Tarson and EGLzGamer. I call him EGLzGamer, and he's actually EGLzGamer. This is going to be a round of 16 match from the IPL2, and it is going to be a Terran versus Terran on Xel'Naga Caverns. But before we get underway, we do have a little bit of an issue to rectify, as we are... Apparently, we both made a very big boo-boo.
Yeah, in the last set of games, I'm not sure what order you guys are watching this, but probably the order will go up on the site. The qualifiers were staggered such that they were all best of threes, and the qualifying round was a best of 5. Now, in qualifiers 2, 3, and 4, they went back to best of threes after that for seeding. However, that was not the case for qualifier 1. So we incorrectly stated that Destiny and Starlife were playing a best of 5 when they should have played a best of 3 last time around. It was, in fact, supposed to be a best of 5. So sorry about all of that. And for those of you who have been commenting as well in IPL TV, these were taken before EGLzGamer made the switch to Zerg. So EGLzGamer is still playing Terran because these matches were played about a month and a half ago. We're just recording them as VODs to provide you guys more content.
So basically, we're idiots. But we thought we'd bring that little issue up to light for you guys so you guys realize it, because in the last, 2 games of that series between Destiny and Starlife, we kept saying, yeah, this is actually a best of 3, but no, because it was originally a best of 5, but we changed it to a best of 3, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we're just making sure that everything in the air is clear. People are definitely going to send us some hate comments and hate mail. I'm going to open my mailbox tonight. There's going to be like a stink bomb in there. That's all right, though. But I still love you guys.
Yeah, we're big, lovable idiots, so it's all right. All right, so EGLzGamer is going to make his way out now with his scouting SCV significantly before Tarson. And you know what? Apologizing for things is a good way to skip the first 3 minutes of a TVT. So I actually quite like that. Now,
don't you love how everything just comes together?
Because, yeah, look, we have things to talk about now. Like the fact that Tarson is going after a Tech Lab expand. Could be a Reaper behind this, and pretty powerful on this map. A lot of cliff line you have to defend going into your main, so there you go. EGLzGamer is going to put down a reactor right away, and we already have differences in our builds for these two players.
Awesome. We're going to be seeing Marines versus Hellions, or not Hellions, what am I saying, Reapers. Not quite going up to factory tech yet, and you know, I think Reapers controlled well can obviously manage their way around Marines fairly easily, especially like you said on a map like this where the main is so big in terms of the surface area and the space that is allowable for a Reaper to hop inside the main. So yeah, the Reaper is going to be able to do a little bit of damage and do a little bit of scouting as well, and it does look like EGLzGamer is going to go straight for a command center after his reactored barracks.
Absolutely. Both these players doing a 1-Rax fast expand, just different ways to arrive at that conclusion. The Tech Lab already in place for Tarson, and the reactor already in place for EGLzGamer. Now, EGLzGamer is rallying all of his units here to the top because he wants to intercept the Reapers as they make their way into the base.
Yep.
This does mean, though, that the Reapers are going to have a nice opportunity to scoot in here at the low ground. There's really 2 avenues of approach for a Reaper, or what players usually do. They'll go through the top here and try and skirt around the left side into the mineral line and do some scouting, or they'll come all the way around behind the bottom here. It looks like EGLzGamer is trying to prepare for both of those, sending Marines to the top and to the bottom at the same time.
Yeah, he's just playing very precautious right now. He wants to make sure that the Reaper isn't allowed to get in if possible, although it's very difficult to deal with that. Like we said before, Xel'Naga Caverns, a big map on your main, so you can not really defend all surface areas. And it does look like Tarson's gonna hop in here with 2 Reapers, and this may actually force EGLzGamer to pump more Marines than he wanted to, and he may actually have to pull some SCVs off the line because he was probably expecting to deal with only 1 Reaper, but the 2 Reapers go in there, get a free SCV kill, I believe, and then they're gonna hop on out of there. So good damage by Tarson so far, and I believe he was able to scout 1 factory. Doesn't quite realize the second factory is coming up yet, but it does look like EGLzGamer is gonna go with a pretty mech heavy build to start things off.
Yeah, so this is pretty smart out of EGLzGamer. I like this approach at TVT. I think it's pretty effective. Tarson, though, is going to Blue Flame Hellion, so he is going to try to be equally disruptive in his harass. Looks like he may be switching over to that Blue Flame Hellion tank style as well. And that's actually really, really cool because you use the tanks to sit back, range units, play the positioning war, and the Blue Flame Hellions replace the cheap bio units that usually run at the front, and they can actually cut through Marines so quickly, it's ridiculous.
What Tarson's trying to do here is kind of employing this small unit strategy, small but agile and strong. He's going to rely on purely Marines and Hellions, and maybe some quick dropships as well early on in this game rather than relying on tanks in the beginning. And he's going to try to outmaneuver his opponent. Now the thing in TBT is a lot of Hellions, a lot of Marines, a lot of cannon fodder units are actually fairly effective against the more standard tank-centric build. As long as you can swarm the tanks, as long as you can outmaneuver the tanks, they're actually fairly good. So basically, Tarson's trying this other kind of small unit strategy, whereas EGLzGamer's trying the more heavy metal strategy, and we'll see what happens when the two forces collide.
Yeah, and this is Tarson playing something close to what I saw a player like Dignitas Show play at MLG Dallas, actually. I was watching him quite closely, and he loved these cheap throwaway units that he could just constantly replenish and swarm, like you were mentioning. EGLzGamer, on the other hand, though, he is going up to 3 Hellions at a time. It's going to make his pretty powerful. He was also going after that expand build where he actually kept his orbital command inside of his base to oversaturate this mineral line and just abuse this orbital command for extra mules and things along those lines. We do have 4 Hellions queuing up here for Tarson. A medevac is going to make its way in and pick all these up. At the same time, EGLzGamer is going to move away, so here he goes, and here comes the drop.
Yeah, Tarson already ahead in supply by about 10 right now, and he may actually be able to kill off several SCVs as those Hellions make their way in, and they're going to launch that blue flame. Oh my god, EGLzGamer forced to abandon the house and losing several SCVs as he was running for it. The mule decided to turn around, unfortunately finding out he was not equipped with weapons. He can't do much at all, and oh my god, EGLzGamer's just gonna lose everything. He may be forced into an all-in here, Cats, and I don't know if he can take this game after losing so many SCVs.
It looks like he is going to do pretty good economic damage of his own. He actually catches quite a few units. Only the mules were remaining, but he has no workers left. I mean, let's take a look at the workers killed. 29 did die. The unit stab shows that EGLzGamer has 2. So he is forced to all in, but Tarson has the siege tanks in place, and he's going to be able to take down those attacking units.
Yeah, those siege tanks are going to be able to defend this really nicely, despite the losses Tarson took from that all-in counterattack. It doesn't really matter to the tank here, trying to get a little cute with some tank micro, but at the end of the day, I don't think EGLzGamer has enough to come back in this game, and he will have to GG out of the first game in this series.
Oh my god, that was beautiful harassment out of Tarson.
Yeah.
You talk about an anti-timing of an attack for EGLzGamer. He pulls all of his units away. Tarson drops into his main and quite literally kills 30 SCVs with four Blue Flame Hellions.
I like to think of Blue Flame Hellions as Vikings vultures on steroids from the good old days of Brood War. Remember when you drop vultures or bring vultures into the mineral line? That was scary. But Blue Flame Hellions are like 20 times more scary than that, just simply because you can lose all your workers in like 2 or 3 volleys.
I still see spider mines in my nightmares. It's okay. So
I see spider mines in my dreams. I used to play Terran in Brood War, so I love Terran. I wish they would bring the spider mine back, but we have the Baneling for that now.
Yeah, there you go. So the burrowed Baneling. And all right, guys, that is going to take us through game number 1 of this best of 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. Game number 2 coming right at you.